Get this. Oh, no garbage.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Socially Unacceptable but Sober podcast. My name is Dino. I'm an alcoholic.
I am Jonathan. I am an alcoholic.
Matt, alcoholic.
Jonathan and Matt.
Yes.
Welcome back, guys.
Back at it.
It's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Jonathan had his beautiful baby girl.
3 weeks.
We didn't do one then. Matt went on a little vacation. Jonathan needed some alone time with the new family, beautiful new family.
I missed 2 Fridays anyway.
2 Fridays anyway, and I enjoyed doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and we're back. We're back in the saddle.
We're
back,
back in the
baby.
saddle again. So yeah, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, love us, all that stuff. Don't forget to comment. Sobriety dates. We'll give you some shout outs. If you need any help, reach out to us. We got guys. Tonight we're going to do something a tiny bit different. Usually I go right to Jonathan to tell you guys how to do all that. But we're going to start off with Matt tonight to read some of the comments.
Right. So there aren't many, sadly enough, even though... what about that one?
You lost it.
I love it.
Yeah. You
No,
can read that one.
we're
I don't remember.
got me fucking stuttering.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. That's
Where's
episode
the
7.
fucking...
I don't know. Just hit the 14 there.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, buddy.
Okay. So, we're going to go through these quick. This is from my brother Chuck. Southwest Chuck. This was off of episode 17, Higher Power. It was really a bad name for the show.
Fuck you.
It was an absolutely
Fucking
incorrect
great
name.
It's a
But
great
anyway,
name for the show.
I gassed him up so much that he gives great names to my topics because I never have a name, and then he fucking blew it. He blew it.
Screwed the pooch.
I blew it.
Screwed the pooch, bud.
So anyway, that show was basically about.
A higher power.
No, it wasn't really. You fucking asshole. Anyway,
What'd Chuck say?
I'm not gonna feed into that. For me, this was the best episode yet.
Wow.
When Matt said he accepted he was a loser and that the streets might kill him, I automatically went right back to the night I wrote my own eulogy.
Wow.
One line in it was, "If I died from an overdose, don't cry. My body couldn't keep up with me. What a sick disease we share. Send the love from Southwest Florida."
Chuck.
The thing that I really love about Chuck and that we know each other. We go way back, and we've both seen what this disease has done to each other throughout the years. And I love that he's sober. It's amazing that he's so on this and supports us. I really appreciate that.
Chuck, that hit me right in the heart, bro.
Yeah, man. And Chuck might be coming up for the pig roast.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
nice.
he's supposed to come up. I told him no matter what, we're going to do a show. Don't matter the night. We're going to make sure we do a show with him and then play it,
Word.
on the weekend. So
Awesome.
Manny M. Pino 60.
Okay.
We know who that is.
Who's that?
I'm just kidding.
Don't interrupt me, pal.
Manny.
Are you interrupting me right now?
Sorry.
Don't
I apologize.
Don't interrupt. No interruptions.
No interruptions, please. Thank you. This is my number one show of all your shows. My higher power sent me messages to take it slow and to take it easy. Much love to the team.
Thank you, Manny.
Thank you, Manny.
Pat Russell. Oh, this motherfucker.
That's my mother.
Oh, no, sir. I thought it was somebody else. Really? Oh, Pat.
My Dukes.
Pat, you got to edit that out. You can't. Oh, you're going to leave it. Pat, I thought it was somebody else. I can't be held accountable for that.
What'd she say?
She said it's one time. She wants to support her son.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
She's
okay.
biased.
Pat, you don't get no vote. Pat, I veto that. Pat, and I also apologize. And then she says, Matt, take it easy.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have went all the way. You would have realized. You would have went all the way to the bottom. You'd be like, Pat Russell, Matt, take it easy. This got to be his mom.
No, I wouldn't. You know what?
No, I don't think he even caught the last
I thought
name.
it was kid from Wednesday, the diesel mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pat.
My friend Pat.
This is from Georgianne. I shrugged my fucking shoulders over it because I had accepted it. Totally relate, Matt. My favorite promise is that the feeling of uselessness and self-pity will slip away. Keep giving it away, fellas. Doing good work out there.
I heard that's one of the promises.
Georgian.
That's what they say.
That's
It
what
is.
I heard. That's what I heard.
This is another good friend of mine, Dana Fusco. Things aren't always as bad as they feel like they are.
That's right.
Never.
Aha, my boy Chuck. This one time, bro.
So I guess what we're going to have to do with that is we're going to have to take a vote on it and go by the majority of what it is, just like we do in our program.
Bro, we've done
Majority
that
wins.
so many times.
Yeah, we're not really getting a lot of
done it.
support on
Yeah.
that.
Well, let's
So,
get on it.
is
Share,
what it
like,
is.
subscribe,
How about
all that
this?
stuff.
How about this? How about this? You say it however you want to say
There you
it
go.
on
And
it's
your
your
night.
time. Yeah.
Okay?
Boom.
How's that?
Love it. Love it.
Love it.
And
Settled.
And fuck you if you don't.
Yeah.
Is that all for comments right now?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Ashley Banks, 571.
From the Fresh Prince.
Yep.
It depends on the sentence. If you're saying, oh, we got another bro. Bro, this one time then yes, this one time. Otherwise, you'd naturally say one time bro, so it's both. It's all about the bro placement, but keep fighting over it. It's funny. Who the fuck is that?
My wife.
Oh, it is? Oh, Ashley.
Another Russell.
She slipped it in. She slipped it in on me.
All right, let's get here. While we're at it, let's just get a little shout out to all the Monacos. Get the Monacos on board. Start commenting about the one time bro.
That's
if
your
you,
family, Monacos are your family?
if you want
None of
this
them
one
people
time.
count. None of them count.
Show of force, Monacos.
What else we got?
We're like Voltron.
Roy Bowers. I think it was your word, stick-to-itiveness, right?
Stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah.
That's a good-
Stick-to-itiveness. Exactly how me and the God of my understanding came together. The irony of my life is that when a God I had no belief or faith in brought me to a group of drunks who taught me the way to believe, to a way of belief and faith in that God, and for this I am truly grateful. God loves me whether I'm at work listening to a subs podcast or smoking crack in the north end of the dirty water.
That's right.
I have to invite him into my life daily and carry that message. Trudge on. Georgian Columbus, stop digging.
There you go.
Louis Cruz,
Louise.
the shiny things are my disease trying to confuse me since I can't get me true alcohol anymore. Don't fall for that. Okay. Dana Fusco. We got a lot of double dippers this week.
Double dipping people.
Spiritual warfare is real.
Very.
Oh, this is from Sean. He's from Wednesday night too. You know Sean.
Yeah.
Matt, here's a sober date for you. February 31st. So here's the joke of that, right? His sobriety, he's on a leap year. So
Oh, it is?
Yeah, he's so he gets fucked up. So he was getting tattooed, and he said some shit about his date. I said, what's your date? February 31st? It's like, what the fuck did just come out of my mouth? So ever since then, we just crack
That's
up
hilarious.
about February 31st.
So every 4 years, you get 1 year.
Yeah.
That
That's
sucks.
That's quality sobriety.
That's quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took me 4 years to get this year.
Yeah.
This is from show 18. This is from Adela Cruz.
Who?
It's got to be your brother.
Yeah.
John,
Happy
Jay.
Father's Day, guys. I love you, brother.
Love you too, brother.
Jay Dela Cruzia.
That's my brother. My brother John.
And
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Miller.
Okay. Great show, as always, guys. Dino, I especially related to your story about your brother and your nephews. What the fuck? You've been around for some of the stuff that's happened in my life.
Yes.
I was 1 year sober when my daughter came home and told me she was pregnant. My first thought was, this is the 12 steps coming to fruition. Because I was sober, I was able to keep a roof over her head and my granddaughter's head while she went back to school and got an education. The gift of sobriety allowed me to take care of her daughter while she worked nights. Because I was able to do that, she was able to provide a stable livelihood for herself and her daughter. I helped her take care of that young lady for 18 years, and it was one of the biggest gifts of my life. She would not have and trusted her daughter's care to me if I was still active. Nor would I want it because it would interfere with my drinking. That young lady is still one of the best gifts I've ever received in my life.
That's right. And she's also very successful as well.
That's great.
Beautiful family. Thank you, Ann.
Roy Bowers.
Damn, Roy's triple dipping.
Well, this is the new show.
He's reviewing all of them.
I'm
Oh
going
yeah,
through the
because
three
we
shows.
did do we
Three
put
shows.
out
It was
two.
three shows total.
No, we put out two.
Well, 3 before we hit comments.
3 before we had comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What John said.
Don't interrupt me.
Sorry.
Sorry
man.
for interrupting.
Roy Bowers, number 1, Three Stooges. Number 2,
Why I oughta.
number 2, Subs. Number 3, Three Musketeers. You guys are moving up the charts.
Nice.
I don't know what that means.
It's comedy, man.
Here
It's
comes
slapstick.
Roy. Here comes Roy again. The greatest gift of sobriety is the God-given ability to present with my sober presence for people, places, and things in all 3 phases of my life: mental, physical, and spiritual. In and of myself, these things are not possible. God is good. More God, less Roy.
That's right. More God, less Dino. That's right.
This is from Chuck. My favorite blessing is being around long enough to watch the light turn on in the newcomer's eyes.
That's
Sending love from
feeling.
Southwest Florida.
Chuck. You're like my twin brother.
And this is also from Manny. Anniversary date was June 25th. And Joe's date is June 25th.
Manny, Joey.
Oh, yeah, on the
Manny
wall.
celebrated 3 years, and Joe celebrated 27
27
Hell
and 3.
yeah.
Look at that, guys.
Shout it out, baby.
Beautiful. Congratulations, man, to both of you.
All right, you want to get to the socials or you want to keep going?
years. One more. There's
One
only
more.
A couple more
Okay.
little ones.
All right.
This is a good one for Dino. When Dino said, this is off the last show. When Dino said he was the main source of his son's pain, it hit me hard. I struggle with the shame of the same thing. Now that shame that kept me sick is one of the fuels I use to continue my journey.
Yes.
Sending love from South Florida. Keep on keeping on.
Who is that?
My boy Chuck.
Chuck.
Chuck's good with the comments.
Chuck.
Chuck's
Wait till you meet him. He's such a fucking asshole.
Haven't
He's
I
gonna
met
fit
him
right in.
before?
I don't think so.
All right.
Nah.
Okay. Till we meet again. Chuck.
Louis Cruz.
Louise.
Fuck the haters. Guys, you're doing amazing. Is this from the original hater that we've talked about, or is there a new hater?
The hater was the last episode.
Yeah, that was the one we did 17 where we were talking about. We spur off the.
Oh, so haters from the original 16.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
talked about it.
Yeah. You're right.
But
You're right.
this is fucking 19.
Yeah, hey
I don't-
man, listen,
okay.
people get it on when they get it on. I don't know what's
And
happening.
then
here.
Roy, to the hater from North Dakota, area number 52. No comment. Just remember, rule number 62.
See, it's a thing.
And then he said, keep speaking the message, man,
That's right.
while sometimes having to listen to the mess.
Sometimes you got to listen to the mess, man. Sometimes you
That is
do.
a fact.
And
That's all the comments.
and if anybody noticed, Jonathan shaved his beard because of that comment.
Yeah,
so,
he felt so.
be
And
gen-
he's starting to do laser removal because of that.
Be gentle on
Feels
him.
very,
Yeah.
very insecure now that you made that comment to us.
Yep. I'm going
Dino and I are
through
going to
a
hold
long process.
strong. We're keeping the beards and the tattoos.
No, I want to be a real boy. I mean, a real man.
Yes.
I want to be a real boy. What was that, Pinocchio?
Papa, am I a real boy, Papa?
Guys, thank you so much for the comments. They were beautiful. They touched my heart. I love you guys. Again, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, all that stuff. Jonathan's going to tell you how to do that stuff.
And
Hell
there's-
yeah.
Oh,
there's
I
something
have
else we gotta
actually
talk
have
about.
a
Oh, you didn't save that for me? Go ahead. Fucking
Oh, you know
Dino.
what? Go ahead, John. Take it
Dino
away.
wants to steal all the
Take it
glory.
away,
he's
John.
thinking
Take
of
it away.
thunder.
I don't like all the glory,
So
man.
the new
Thunder
announcement.
stealer.
New announcement is we do have a merch store finally up and running. And that you can get all the good stuff. It's linked in our bios on our socials. But if you want to go directly there, it's subspodcast.myshopify.com. And you could get we got hats on there. We got hoodies. We've got tank tops, T-shirts,
Coffee cup.
and a tumbler.
Tumblr.
I got that because of your laser engraved. This is not laser engraved, but I saw that and I was like, well, that's cool because I envy that thing that you got. That thing's fucking awesome. That laser engraved one.
Yeah, someone I tattooed bought that for me.
Yeah, that's cool. It's
Beautiful.
cool. I don't have one.
If
but,
you look at that
know,
picture
whatever.
quick, you look like Eric Church. You don't know who that is.
So the
No,
merch,
no.
that's awesome. The stuff looks really cool. I didn't get my stuff yet, but it's coming.
Yeah. Me
didn't know
too.
this shit.
Oh, and then if you want to hit us up on the socials, right?
Yeah.
So you can get us at our YouTube account is at Subs Podcast, Instagram Subs Podcast 1, the TikTok Subs Podcast 1 or Subs.podcast 1. And as always, our email. If you have comments you don't want us to read on the air, or you want to reach out, or you got some stuff you want to share with us, subspodcast1@gmail.com. Subspodcast1@gmail.com.
And there you have it.
that's
how
it.
to do it. Don't forget to subscribe, share, love us, like us, all that stuff. Tonight we're gonna have a topic, which tonight is my topic. They don't know what it is yet. I'm gonna bring it up.
He only fucking figured it out.
I
10
just
minutes
figured it
ago.
out a little while ago, but I get that from the universe. Good old
universe.
And then all three of us share a little bit about that
that
topic.
goes?
And then at the end of the show, of course, we have the one-time bro. And tonight's one-time bro is on our brother John.
Juanito.
Johnito. All right, so tonight's topic is trusting the process.
Oh damn!
Yeah, baby. Trusting the
That
process.
word trust.
You know,
Ooh.
it's actually been coming up a lot in my life the last couple of days.
Caps, baby.
So I got to go.
I'm not trusting the process was Matt's asshole over here.
I'm busted.
Is that what's happening?
Busted.
I thought it was like the candle went bad or something.
No, dude.
So trusting the
Rapid
process.
fire.
Yesterday I went to go see my sons in Vermont, and on my way back, it brought me back to, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks into the last rehab where I was. I haven't seen my boys in 2.5 years at this point, and I finally got in contact with my my ex-wife, and she knew I was in rehab, and I was grieving and groveling that I missed them. I want to
Yeah.
see them, so we set something up.
This is 10 years ago.
This was
Yeah.
almost 11, almost 11.
Right. We don't talk about 11 yet, though.
No, we ain't there yet. So, so me and that counselor and my ex-wife, we set it up over a phone. They're gonna come on such and such a date.
Oh,
at
they're
this
going to
time.
come to the rehab
Yeah, and I'm gonna get to go out with them, get some lunch for an
after
hour.
2 years.
After 2.5.
2.5 years of you running a gun. I want to see my kids now.
I was cool with it though. I was 2 weeks from now, and it was in 2 weeks. Okay, great. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, obviously, that's all I can think about the whole
Yeah.
time. I'm stopped listening groups, all that stuff.
Yeah.
The day comes, and it was after our, I want to say 9 to 5 shift. My counselor's time was over. He went home.
Working that. Time to.
So my ex-wife calls, says, we're here. She calls the office. Guy comes out, says, hey, I just got a call from your wife, your ex-wife, saying that she's here and with your kids, and they're here for the visit. I said, awesome, fantastic. He was like, whoa, I have nothing written down in my book for that.
Oh.
He's like, I can't let that happen.
Ah.
And mind you, I'm in Stanford.
That's the first time I'm hearing this story.
Yeah. Well, dude, I haven't thought about it in so long. I
Wow.
thought about it on my ride home yesterday. So, and this comes back to trusting in the process. So me being me at that time, I'm not getting what I want when I want it.
Hell yeah.
And you don't know me, bro.
Yeah.
To come with that kind of crap. He was like, dude, listen, I don't have it written down. He's like, I can't just take your word for it that it was done and all that stuff. And your wife said the same thing, but they did, dude. Those guys went by the book. They did not falter. They didn't have favorites. They didn't be like, you know what, you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
They're like, I apologize, but this is not going to happen. And now I'm in Stanford. They just came from Waterbury. It was an hour and a half with 2 kids. So I'm like, bro, this is happening, bro. You don't understand. And he was like, listen, do something different right now. Do something different. And I'm like,
He hit you. He hit
dude,
you.
he did. He hit me really, really hard, man, because I'm about to do the same thing I've
Right.
always done.
Yeah.
All right.
Blow up.
He said, do something different. He was like, do not ruin what you got going on. Do something different.
How much time did you have at this point?
A month.
All
Maybe a little over. A little over.
all right.
Actually, no, it was a little longer than that. Maybe 2.5 months, something like that.
Okay.
It's over as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sober as the day is long. Bro.
Yeah, dude, you were sponsoring people at this point. Fuck it.
So my hands are on his desk, dude, as he's telling me, because I'm about to because I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
out. I'm over. Like if you guys can't handle a simple, just
yeah.
being me, right? And I'm about to flip shit because I do that. I react and I want to destroy things like a little baby, like a baby. I want to stomp my
Like a
feet,
baby.
Like a little
but I'm
bebe.
not a baby. I'm a
bebe.
grown man, and I can flip desks, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. And he's like, "You do something different right now.
Yeah.
Here's your opportunity to do something completely different."
Ooh.
And
That was a God moment.
dude, he might as well have slapped me with God's hand himself.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, okay, he's right. He's right. Because if I do what I want to do,
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Yep.
That's the end of my plan on what after I flip the desk
Now
and
what?
punch a few people, I'm gonna grab my shit and I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm
Smoking
gonna go
crack the next day.
and I'm gonna
to,
go. And this
Zuela
was
Drive.
and dude, this was literally in a not even a second of a thought. All that came onto me. I'm gonna flip the desk. I'm gonna punch this one. I'm gonna pack my bags. I'm leaving with them. I'm just gonna go back to my tent, my shed, and all that stuff. And I'm gonna get a job. And I know what to do now. And this was in like a split second thought. Like this. And when he said do something different, I thought about how I was thinking, and I'm like, my God, I literally just called the next month of my life in literally 3 seconds, and it's all the same things as I've always done all the time. React, destroy, do what I want to do. I know what I'm going to do, and literally the very next second, I said, if I do what I've always done, I'm always going to get what I've always got.
Yeah.
No, you know what though? That's a setup.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get worse.
Absolutely.
You're gonna get worse.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, all right. So
I'm gonna see you later.
Yeah.
I'm doing it,
at
and
Chow Town.
I'm like, slamming, and he was like, I'm gonna call her and explain it to her. He's like, we're gonna handle this. He was like, and I apologize, but I am not gonna jeopardize my job. And I said, I don't want you to jeopardize your job. I think you're a great guy. You do great work here. So it didn't happen. And I went up to and I was crying because now the anger is gone, and now the sadness is I
Yeah.
can't see my kids. It ended up happening anyway. Not that moment, but it happened anyway.
That
And-
day?
No, it did. They had to drive
Nah.
back. It was sucked, man. It sucked. I felt bad. My ex-wife was ripping pissed. She just drove an hour and a half. She does not like to drive, apparently,
Yeah.
even though she's a school bus driver. Whatever. So,
Try for a living,
so I went through the emotions. The guys in the house surrounded me. They talking to me, group therapy type of thing. Get it out of me. What's your feeling? Why are you, all this stuff? And I'm like, it just hurts, man. It just hurts. I'm finally doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm not getting rewarded and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And trusting in the process. And, there used to be a guy in the house named Jerry. I didn't like him right away, man. We rubbed each other the wrong way, and I think it was because he would say things that I needed to hear. And he used to sit when I would get into that emotional, crazy rage, sadness thing. He'd sit next to me and just be like, it's gonna be okay, and this is your disease talking to you. And the dude didn't have any much more time than me. He just knew the right things to say, and he was working through my higher power was working through him, and he was like, it's going to be okay if you just trust in this process. And I'm like, it's in the process. So I come up with that title, that topic tonight, because on my way home yesterday, because I went out to see my sons and went to go see my son's new place with his new girlfriend and got my other son out. And it was a great day. And on my way home, I thought about that day. That if I did not trust in the process, where would I be today?
Not where you were.
Would I be driving out to Vermont, hanging out with my son? And even my ex-wife had a couple of minutes in their house and had a good conversation about her mom, and just a normal, regular, good conversation, which is another thing I never thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm driving home and I'm thinking about trusting that process. Like, what would have happened if I just did what I wanted to do? You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. I don't know for a fact. But I could put good money on that I would be dead by now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or at least locked up. At least that.
Best case scenario.
Because I wouldn't be able to be homeless anymore because I was dying that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it would just be dead or in prison. So then I start thinking about my whole entire recovery, about how I've been told to trust in this process so many times. In other words, you know what I mean? This too shall pass, keep coming, all these things. And that has a lot to do with trust us, man. Trust this thing. Just trust it. You've never done that before. You've never invested your whole entire life into this thing. So trust in this process. So I just started thinking about all that stuff. And I'm like, man, you know, like from raising my hand saying, I don't know what else to do. I give up. Please help me. And then letting you guys start to help me, to then that situation, and then to other situations. And everything that would come up in my life, I would trust in the process that everything is going to be okay as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Interject.
I'm gonna interrupt.
Interjection, Your Honor.
Hearsay.
And why do you think all that happened?
Why?
Think about
What happened?
17 shows ago.
I stopped playing the victim?
That too, but
17.
I'm just throwing a number
Throw it
out
out
there.
there.
A long show.
Throw it out to me. Give it to me.
Because you were ready.
Because I was ready.
You were
Yes.
finally ready.
Willingness?
Well, you know, at that house, Viewpoint Recovery Program, they called that house the last stop on the block. If you got here,
You're fucked up.
there's nowhere else for you to go, bro. It's downhill from this front door. If you leave here, it's downhill.
Yeah.
And I was ready, man. I was ready. You know, I didn't want to go to that house. So I said, well, if I don't want to go there, then that's where I need to go.
Yeah.
This was like,
It's amazing when that happens.
it's crazy. It's crazy because I could have went to a co-ed place, better food, like all this stuff. And this guy says, I think this is where you need to go. And I'm like, I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, maybe you should go there. I'm like, damn, maybe he's right. Maybe I really should start minding my own fucking business. Taking myself out of all this bullshit and letting somebody else run my shit. Because obviously I am horrible at this.
And that's what I have to keep reminding myself of, because I got like this really bad boot camp of early recovery. You know, like my first 90 days were physically fucking
A
terrible.
lot of exercise.
Yeah, a lot of exercise on the toilet, in the shower, and in the
yeah.
hospital.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like coming off the opiates and the benzos and all that stuff, man. Like, and I was having the seizures and shit. Like, and I had to trust people. And now here's the thing for me is like, I was talking to the guys in my home group in New York about what I was going through. I wasn't sleeping. Yeah, I just got out of the hospital again. You know, it's like a month and a half in. And they kept telling me, like, it's going to be all right. It'll be all right. And I'm like, but you're not a doctor, man. Like, what the fuck? I think something's wrong with me. And they're like, nah, it's all
There
right.
was something wrong with it.
There's a lot wrong with me,
Yeah.
right? But I, like I said before, I was, I don't know, half mile up the road from a gas station. I could have mustered the strength up to walk down there. And in New York, which I forgot, but Connecticut doesn't do this. In New York, they started selling nips at the countertops
Yeah, liquor.
of
Oh, they do that here now, yeah.
They do it here now?
now they do.
Of the gas station.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the
no,
gas
gas stations.
stations.
Yeah, they
Yeah, so we sell booze. We've always sold booze at the gas stations, but now they have nips at the counter of the fireballs and shit like that.
Jesus.
So I knew that I have a half mile. I could relieve this,
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And I had, like Matt was saying, I had to be willing to listen to these guys. Like, you're going to be all right. And even after leaving, like, an urgent care and leaving this, you know, like, all right, I guess I'm going to be all right. And my buddy Harry was saying it to me because I was freaking out about probation. Like, I had gone into detox, and I was on my last legs with probation. And I went into detox, and I hadn't told my probation officer I was going to detox. So, you know, he contacted detox to confirm I was actually there,
right.
but I didn't know what was going to happen when I was going to get out. And of course, you know, probation's not like all accommodating. It's like, oh, I'll see you the day you get out and we can talk. No, it was like a week and a half later. So this whole week and a half, I'm like, you know, and my mom will vouch for this because my mom's freaking out too. Like if I was going to be violated and I was going to go to jail, you know. And Harry said to me, he said, and violated some more. And Harry said, listen, whatever's going to happen, it's already established. It's going to happen the way it's going to happen.
right.
You worrying about this and bugging out is not going to change a thing. And that didn't remove all my stress and anxiety, but man, it made it a little bit more
Settled you down a
manageable.
little.
Like, all right, you know what? Then I'll just live in this hour. I'll live in this day.
Right.
Whatever I got to do to get to that point. And sure enough, you know, the consequences weren't as bad as they could have been, right? Like I
They
had to
weren't
do.
as bad as you built them up to be.
Oh, because I'm already thinking like I feel this way right now on the comfort of my own couch. I got to feel this way in prison or in jail. I'm sorry, like that's gonna be fucked. You know, that's gonna be fucked.
And that's what we do. I think we build things up. We are bred to look at the negative of everything, and then once you latch on to the negative aspect of what it is, you pump up so much air into that fucking thing that now, like they say, fear. Future events appearing real. I've already bought into.
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know that did I share that one time about robbing the tool making shop.
Yeah, that was your last one time.
Yeah, that was a good
was
one.
it? Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
So
one.
I didn't know that if the kid was gonna snitch.
Oh yeah, he did.
right?
Yeah.
And he held his. I'm already on the run.
Yeah, you're already
I
halfway to
literally
Florida.
fucking flipped my life upside down based on this kid's gonna snitch on me.
Yeah.
And he never. And, you know,
But
and I ran into him up the way.
Oh, you did?
I did run into him up in prison. I was like, damn, I thought for sure you were
You're
gonna
start
snitch on
singing,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we think about our lives, man. We're so accustomed to that in active addiction because of all the negative shit we attract. Like
Yeah.
we expect the bad to happen because that's all we're
You're
attracting.
living
Right,
right.
right.
That's how we're living. How am I expecting anything else to be different? Because
Well-
I am such a scumbag.
But isn't it weird though? Because when you get sober,
Still expect.
why is my shit? I expect better. Now.
All of a sudden.
Nothing changed.
Yeah. I got to see my kids in 2 months at
Listen.
rehab.
I haven't seen him in 2.5 years, but
But,
I
damn-
better get my motherfucking visit right now.
Just like I was complaining about the food there.
Yeah.
But before I got there, I was eating whatever the fuck I could find.
Yeah.
Dumpsters.
Whenever you could.
Whatever.
When in reality, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
We're supposed normal people won't get a fucking pat on the back for not shooting dope.
Good job. You showed up.
Yeah. Participation trophy.
Trusting in that process,
Thank
man.
you.
It is very important, man. And where would I be without trusting in that process? And at first, it was pretty blind faith, man. It was pretty much. I don't want to do all this again.
No, it was all blind faith.
It was completely,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But like
Because we had never experienced it.
Everything behind me has
Yeah.
gotten so bad and it is so painful that I definitely I can't do this anymore. So all right, well, what do I have to do? And like you know, in the very beginning, obviously everything was like pulling teeth, begrudgingly just doing it, and just like, oh, the COVID so good. You know,
I'll do it if you give me a candy bar.
like when like and I understand it a little bit, but like when people are like pretty new, like 30 days, and they're like life is amazing and everything is great, and I sit there and like I'm like, how?
Yeah, something's not right here. I
How
don't
is it
think.
that good? 30
But listen, though. Listen, I hear you.
but and I know what you go ahead.
So I'm gonna start off with this. Back in the day, you don't even hear it no more. I'm on a pink cloud.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
And then some smart ass came up with, then you better have a pink parachute.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's going to come crashing down.
Right.
But I have said this now for 17 years. I've been on a fucking pink cloud for 17 years.
Me too, man.
Because of the fact that I no longer let a broken cell phone ruin my day.
Right.
I don't let an accident with
Flat
my brand
tire,
new truck
right.
ruin
Whatever.
my day. It's a moment.
Right.
I give it its time, and then I go back on with my life. Everything doesn't have to come to an end because of this one thing.
Back in the day, that broken phone would have ruined your whole week. Even after you got a new one.
I'll be talking about that 4 years from now. Remember that time my fucking phone broke? And that's what we do.
Yeah, man.
So, you know, man, it's just about... I don't want to discourage the newcomer from saying how great their life is.
because
Yeah.
it really
It
is.
is. Yeah, that's right.
It is.
But then you got to back it up with just keep working, man.
Hell yeah, keep
just
coming.
keep working. Because then you can hang on to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And that's what we're after. It's not about, listen, in the beginning, even for, you know, for the dumbest of people as myself, who had to go in and out many, many times, I was so scared to buy into, is this real this time? Is this really going on? But it was just like your guy said, I was doing something different.
Do something different.
And I was doing all, you know, when you said trust in the process, the first thing I thought about in my brain was basically I needed to believe in everything that I didn't believe
Yes,
in.
yes.
If I could tap into that, I got a shot. You know, and I remember coming home from prison a number of years, and I'm working with this smart mouth kid, and he's running his jaw. My fucking God, bro. And I was a meat cutter.
You got knives.
Come in the cooler. I'm going to beat the brakes off you. I don't even need a knife. Let's just go in the cooler because no one's going to see us.
Yeah.
And ain't no one going to hear you either.
Nobody's going to save you.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's ice for your bruises.
And I, you know what I did? Instead of walking to the... First I said, okay, motherfucker, let's go.
Took him to the basement?
And instead of walking to the cooler, I walked to the bathroom.
Oh.
And I called my sponsor.
Nice.
And I said, man, I'm fucked up here. I said, I want to do something that I know is not right. And he talked me off the ledge. I did something different. And you know, you're always, the guy that we were talking about before the meeting, you know who I'm talking about. There's always going to be the guy that says, yeah, but you don't understand. You don't understand what I'm going... Listen, bro, if there's a name for it, somebody else has already done it.
And gotten through it.
And gotten through it and lived to tell about it.
And lived to tell
and
about
then
it.
to help the fools like us get on board with making changes. So if you say, okay, man, I'm signing up for what you're selling. I'm really here and I'm doing this work. But the minute something don't go my way...
Yeah, shit's fucked.
I can't trust in this process. I'm not getting what I want.
And then you end up doing the same thing you always did.
Exactly.
That's all that happens,
That's
you know.
the vicious cycle.
Yeah.
So it brings me right back to, like I said, man, in one simple sense, I need to believe in everything that I didn't believe in before I got here.
What is it? Your conceptions, your perceptions, and your fixed ideas on everything. Everything.
You know?
Higher power, the program, everything.
And I think that a lot of that gives weight to knowing somebody when you walk in the room.
You know, like when I used to say, "Well, you don't understand, you don't know me," and this last time when I really started listening, like not just hearing it, but like listening, and I'm like, "Oh my God, how do you know that? Like, how do you know that feeling?" I remember this guy was in a meeting and he talked about he just copped some crack, and this was in New York. And
that good?
Huh?
That good?
That good, that yellow slab. So
Some oil, son.
he has it in his hand, and he's in the lobby of a building, and he's waiting for the elevator to come down because he's going to go up to the roof and do it to where he was going. But he was getting that anxiety, right?
The bubble guts.
And he was like, screw it. I'm just going to do it. One right here before the elevator doors open in the lobby of this building. And he turns around and he sees a mother and a son.
Damn it.
A mother with her little son.
Foiled.
And he does it anyway. He turns around. He's like ashamed and embarrassed, but he just can't help it, right? And they're like talking about him. Like, son, don't grow up to be like that. Bro, I shit you not, bro. I'm in the building in Brooklyn on Westport, on the corner of Westport, right? That's 3 floors. Still got an elevator, but here I am. I just copped. I'm gonna go to the top of the building and smoke. And I go to this little corner because I can't wait 2 seconds for this elevator door to come open. And I do a blast, and there's a mother and a daughter standing right there. Now, if you know the building, you know that that's not their first time seeing that. You know what I mean? And I turn around, and I felt like a piece of shit that I just had this little kid just say, I don't care about the mother saw me, but the little kid, you know? So years later, this dude's sharing that story about being in New York and doing that. I'm like, oh my God. I thought I was the only piece of shit who would smoke crack in front of a little kid because he can't wait. And it was like little things like that because I was ready to start hearing and listening to the things you were talking about that finally said, they do know. They know exactly how I feel, and they know me better than me. Yeah. They know me better than me. So I better start listening to these guys because they got something I don't have.
I wasn't even talking about hearing a story that you can relate to. I'm talking about like when I walk in the room and I knew you from back in the day.
Oh yeah,
that's what I was wondering about. What you meant by that guy in the room?
Because when I know that me and you were in the trenches.
And it's working.
And I see you living. I that's tangible for me.
Oh, man.
I could buy into that.
It's beautiful.
You know? And
Chuck talked about it on one of his comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I didn't have that because a lot of the guys that, you know, towards the end of my using, I was so, like, I didn't see anybody.
You guys were whittling sticks and shit. Huh?
Yeah, I didn't see anybody. You know, it was you had to take a horse to get to the next crackhead, so I didn't get to see him. So when I came in the rooms, I didn't notice anybody in there. But I had ventured into the rooms, and I did know people like Harry and Tom. I knew were there. I hadn't
You
listened.
didn't know them prior.
No.
Right.
No, I didn't know them prior, man. So it was almost fresh for me. It was like a fresh start, man. These
Fresh,
are my
man.
new friends.
But you remember ever just looking at them going, they have no idea.
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah.
I used to look at Joe like that all the time.
Our
And
Joe?
Dennis. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like all these old school, long time guys. I'm like, they have no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
They have no idea.
You don't know how dirty it's getting
Every
out here.
time. And then I'll be like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Because you guys don't have any idea.
Yeah.
And come back.
Well, I have a seat for you.
That last time was just like, wow, they really do know me, man. And it's not about the how much and what kind
Yeah,
and
or
where.
where,
It's
right.
what happened to these guys every time. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
And Dennis Lynn, God rest his soul, with putting his car in the Long Island Sound. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? A rental that his job got him in the Long Island Sound. And I'm like, damn, bro, you really that crazy? But I think he might have told that story 1,000 times, and I've only heard it like 3. You know what I mean? It was only because I was ready to hear it and identify with that.
Yeah.
I was always comparing with these guys. You know what I mean? I was never able to go, damn, he really... Man, you're just as crazy as me, man.
Well, and you're right, because we got this guy, we call him Uncle Phil. He's one of our crew from New York, and he's just a lot of. Sorry, Phil. He's older than us. Not a lot of.
He already said a lot.
He's a long
Phil, you're-
timer.
Phil,
Fucking-
you must be old, Phil. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's
buddy.
retired. All right, so
It's all right,
it goes
Phil. He
there.
thinks we're old. So
Yeah, but then I was listening to some of his stories because he's from the Bronx and huffing like carpet cleaner and shit. And I'm like, damn, Phil, you getting fucked up. Like
Burn them brain cells.
you won't hear that though. I won't hear that
You won't
no
hear it.
matter what because I'm
right.
not ready. I don't want to listen.
you don't want to hear it,
whatever
man.
bullshit
But
you're-
you
And you're
know-
going to compare.
You
Yeah.
know what,
Oh,
too,
yeah.
though? Talking about like that, where you get these guys, and I think that we have all arrived at this in our lives, that we no longer care what we sound like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Like, look, okay, we're doing this now. We're in the webs. We're out there in the interwebs, right? And I'm telling you, the shit that I've done because this is so important to me
Yeah.
that I can no longer afford to care what I'm gonna look like,
Right.
or what somebody's gonna think of me, or someone that's gonna hate on me, because I truly believe in my heart. There's gonna be more people that can identify
Oh,
to even a little piece. And
absolutely.
you know, and I used to say like silly shit when someone would say, "Oh, I didn't mean to stick you out, bro. I made the news."
yeah.
You know?
I was on paper, baby.
My
I
life
was in the
was-
blotter like
Yeah,
weekly,
yeah.
bro.
No,
Don't
I
worry
made
about
the
it.
news.
Yeah,
news
yeah,
on
yeah,
it
yeah.
one time.
Yeah. One time, bro.
One time. This one time, Pat.
Not as natural, man. Not as
It
natural.
is for my. It is so.
For my,
Fuck you.
for me, it is.
But it just when you're new, like I can remember not wanting to really put my yeah man, I was out there, but I was really hustling, man. I really wasn't that fucked up.
Yeah. Kingpin.
Yeah, kingpin in it. I
had
had keys,
two
baby.
fucking nickels to rub together. I was hoping to rob you so I could get right, but I didn't want to let that be known. I didn't want to let it be known that
course.
I'm at that point. I didn't bust my breaking the law cherry yet. I'm, taking dollars out of my mother's purse like a piece of shit.
Or you're meeting that dude on one end of the projects and then running the other end to cop it. You're like, I'll fucking help you move that other
hell
ounce.
yeah, bro. I got you,
Yeah,
man.
I got you.
son.
I got you.
Got you, son.
I got you at 6 o'clock.
Let me smoke some of that, son.
But man, it just like this is just another one of those great topics that because I think once again we're like-minded in the fact I know for me when I talk, when I share about anything, yeah, I'm willing to talk to anybody, but I'm thinking of that guy at 30 days. I'm thinking of that guy in 3 minutes. That really can't believe that this is possible. And, I wish I had I could have a video on my phone at all times of just a glimpse of what I was, before I became this fat slob. And, looking like Jesus because you could see every rib and my hair was down to the middle of my back.
Look at your front and homeboy right here.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that,
Good.
huh?
I like that
That's
mustache.
you?
Yeah.
That's you?
Look at
During
that.
it was definitely during a holiday, and I was geeked out because there's not a plate of food in front of me
No.
for sure. And
Look at that
Oh,
stash.
look at the chest hair, bro.
oh, dude, that was and believe me when I tell you that was like 16 years old.
With the fucking
The porn stash.
bro.
I weighed
Oh
110 pounds.
That's fucking
Looking good.
hilarious,
good.
bro. Hilarious. Hide the
Nice
old
jawline. Got that jawline.
Nice crisp jawline.
hiding the cross in the chest hair.
Yeah.
No, there ain't no gold.
I look at that all the time. I look at that all the time, but I look into that kid's eyes, man, and I'm just like,
Bro, you don't even
bro, if you only know what's ahead of you right now, bro, you might want to stick around a little
Yeah.
bit. But it is what it is. You know?
Crazy.
It is what it is. So trusting in that process, man, is very, very important, and also like continuing to trust that process,
Right.
Because
You just took the words out of
it
my
just
mouth.
keeps
it's-
coming. You know,
it's gotta
life
keep
keeps coming, and new things pop up, and it's like, but because of working and trusting this process for so long and watching just the blessings and watching it just work without my help,
Yeah.
it becomes easier to trust in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, something arises, something comes up, and it's like, well, it is what it is. It'll work out the way it's supposed to work out. And that's something that's
Christ.
that's something that's never come out of my mouth before. Like, hey, it is what it is. It'll work itself out the way it's supposed to work out. Whatever ends up, that's what it's supposed to be, I guess.
I remember one time.
Sorry.
I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about, but our Joe, I said, he was saying something. I said, oh man, I hope it works out for you. He's like, it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
He's, but basically what he was saying is, what you should say is that you hope it works out in a way that I'm okay with.
Yes.
Because it's gonna work. People think it only works out if it works out so that you're happy.
my favor.
Exactly.
A lot of things have worked out that I did not like the outcome at all.
Right.
But that didn't make it not work out.
But if you trusted in the process, later on, you'd be like, okay, so if it went that way, if I did it, if I put my 2 cents in it, one of the readings today, because, I'm out of work for a little while, so I've been going to all of them, was, shit, I just fucking brain farted it, man.
Ozone.
What were you just saying?
What was I saying?
Yeah.
That things work out.
Things work
in a
out.
way that you're happy with.
Acceptance.
Never mind. Train
Trust
left
the
the station.
process.
I wasn't on it.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, willing to do the work.
Maybe
But
that's
man,
All that
it's
stuff.
just like,
That's I can't believe it, dude. I'm literally about to talk about it, and it's gone.
I could smell it though.
Wow, that's
that's my phone.
the ozone.
I thought it was the
I
ozone.
was on.
Holy Jesus! No, that's the ozone. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's ozone. The fucking Matt's
But,
over here about to wake Donnie up from a fucking
Busting
slumber.
caps, baby. Listen to me though. It's
Fucking
about,
machine gun over here.
Trusting in the process when things aren't going your way.
Right.
That's the heavy duty part.
Right.
No, because he was going that route, and that's what struck that thing
You're
up
still
in my
waiting
head.
for it to hit again?
Oh, so yes.
That's like that good.
Yes,
I'm just
loud.
waiting for it to- just waiting
Yes,
for it to
loud.
hit.
We'll lose it again.
Trusting in that process, even when things aren't exactly what you
Yeah.
were saying, even when things aren't going your way. And, it is about, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It really is what it is. And it is going to work out,
No matter what.
whether you like it or not.
Right.
It's going to work out.
Right.
So if you trust in the process and you have faith in HP and all that stuff, you just have to know that whatever it is and becomes is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. That's why they say acceptance is the key.
Acceptance is the key, man. I don't have to like it.
No,
But I
just
do have
gotta
to accept
accept
it. I do have to
You
accept
know?
it.
And I think that, man, it just, we talked about it in the beginning. It's like, we're just so used to being negative.
Yeah.
That, man, it's really hard. I'm sitting here shaking in my boots. I got 3 days sober, and I want to hear you tell me it is what it is, and it's going to work out. And, bro, I don't even know where the fuck I'm going when I leave this meeting. You're going to tell me it's going to work out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
want you to
it's-
rub my belly and tell me everything's going to be okay.
He just took it somewhere different.
But if
Papa?
just like the guy we were talking about before, he came back 4 months ago, and it's just like, dude, if you don't stick around, if you don't watch this happen in front of you, if you keep wanting to, you don't understand.
What are you doing?
Well, yeah,
want
mine's empty.
Let's get a little bit.
If I keep, you don't understand. If I keep, I'm struggling. If I keep throwing that I'm going through it. You don't understand. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Well, guess what it's going to be? It's going to be hard.
That's what she said.
The wrong one. I always hit the wrong one. That's what she said.
I can't even believe I remembered that.
That's pretty good, man. So yeah, and it's like, and it's that's also painful to watch. And now I understand how other people were looking at me through all those years of coming in and out, being like, this has to be painful to watch. It had to be painful to watch me.
So, and that's so frustrating, dude. When you're like sitting next to a guy, one of the guys that's at our Wednesday night. I remember the day, the men's spot. I remember the day he got there, and I was sitting next to him on the side, and I could feel his anxiety. Like he was in an accident, or had like he didn't know if he had some charges coming. You know, he's like a week sober, and he keeps showing up, man. But that's a frustrating part. Is like you want to tell him, like, listen, man, I've literally been exactly where you've been, and
Not
it
too
will
long
be
ago.
okay. Yeah, not too long.
Yeah.
And it'll be all right. It'll work out.
But it's so hard to believe.
Oh, so hard.
Because I'm so consumed with my own shit.
Yes.
So
but
consumed.
if you actually,
So
and this
fast.
is what happened to me in the beginning of recovery, I took a step back, and because I was listening to the men and women that were doing these things on a daily basis, living life on life's terms, I saw that if I don't start doing it a different way, I'm always going to do it the same way, and I'm always going to be saying the same things when I come back, if I get to come back. You don't understand. I lost this time. This is gone. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep my house, and I got to find some work. But if I don't stick around, that is always going to be the same conversation all the time. So the math, do the math.
Yeah. That never add up.
I didn't even graduate high school. That's pretty simple math, man. You know what I mean? If you stick around and get through these things, you never have to get through those things again.
Yep. What about our boy 19? Remember?
19.
19 times.
19.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny relapsed.
Literally, and I tell you, not even not even an inkling of an exaggeration, says the same exact things prior to going back out every time.
In almost order. In
Literally,
almost
right.
order.
Yep. And that shows you, it really defeats
missing.
that I'm so unique. Because everybody thinks, that ain't me. But you know what I say? I say this to a lot of people when because I bring meetings into facilities a lot. I say one of the best tools I think would be to videotape them upon entrance.
Yeah.
Have a fucking little interview with them, brand new, and every time they want to act up, show them that motherfucking
Listen to this
video.
real quick.
Yeah.
What is this?
Remember
Does it make
this
sense?
fucking jerk?
Yeah.
That's you, dummy.
Yeah.
Why don't and then
They do that in rehab. They take a picture of you when you first get
Yeah,
there.
but
And
a
you're like,
pic-
Jesus.
A picture doesn't say
picture
1,000
don't
words
do
like
it.
that video will, though.
a video will like, whoa, and the thing is that because everybody has that built-in forgetfulness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the minute things even begin to remotely get even a little bit better, you want to remove yourself so far and distance yourself so far from this guy who you were only a minute ago. 3 weeks ago, you were this fucking guy who now you all of a sudden want to puff your chest up.
I need a better job.
Yeah.
I need a prettier girl.
I should be getting
I need a
more
better
money.
car.
I should be running the show.
More money.
All that, and it's just,
But here's the deal.
crazy, man.
If you're not trusting in the process, you're also not listening to your network of men.
Of course not.
Because your network of men is part of that process.
Right.
Picking up the phone. That's one of the biggest things I ever did different the first time I ever did it. When I was buying a shirt. Like, it's the most dumbest thing that I ever shared about, but it almost brought me down, bro. I had to go buy a shirt for a job interview. I had $3. That's all I had to my name. So I went into Kohl's or whatever the hell it was in Stanford, and I had to go to the clearance rack. Obviously, I got $3, so I'm looking for all the red stickers, and I found a shirt. It was like $288. And I'm like, okay, this will be good. And as I'm walking to the register, I don't know what to do. Should I buy this shirt or should I eat? should I buy the shirt or should I save this money? And as minute as it was, I lost my marbles over it. I just fell into this huge thing of anxiety, and I kept putting the shirt back, leaving the store, going back. They must have thought I was like a shoplifter, right? Not knowing what to do. This thing was taking me out, and to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna take this money and get back on the train, head to Waterbury. I can't do it out here anymore. I'm freaking out. So I did something different. I picked up the phone. That was the first time I ever picked up the phone and called an alcoholic. It wasn't my sponsor. It was just a random guy that I'd been seeing at meetings. And dude talked to me for like 2 hours, man. And he was like, I've been there, bro. And I was like, but have you been there, though? Like, in Kohl's, buying a shirt? Like, I wanted you to say, I've been the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You want to know how good God is? This dude was doing the exact same thing. Like, fresh out of rehab, saying, I don't know what else to do. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
Talked to me for 2 hours. I bought the shirt. I didn't get the job. And I trusted in the process, and it's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the doing something different. Now, before we move on to our next segment, I wanted to also talk about how, for me, I am not good at it either.
Good at what?
Trusting the process 100% of the
fuck
time.
is?
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to come out here and say I trust and completely and all the time, and I'm fantastic at it because I am a human being.
It's great that you brought that up.
Yes, I am not great at it.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% at
No,
it.
because it
Listen,
requires
here's the thing.
patience.
Here's the thing. You are great at it when you're doing it.
When I'm doing it.
But life
when I'm
happens.
trusting the process.
Right. And if all the things are in alignment and you're on that spiritual beam, then you're going to be on point. But there's going to be times you didn't sleep good. You had an argument with a friend.
You didn't eat right.
You didn't
Well,
eat
you fucking hit me when you say that.
Because you're his friend that he
You're
has
my
arguments
friend
with.
All
that
the time.
I argue with.
Arguments take two people. I just receive.
I heard that about you.
Yeah, buddy.
You walked right into that
Always
one.
bring
That's
it
what
back.
she
Look
said.
at it.
That's what he
You're
said.
nailing it today, bud.
But
Yes.
that's the thing, man. It's just, and it's okay.
It is okay. That's the other thing.
That's okay.
Because I used to whoop my own ass
Yeah.
if I didn't do this like a militant soldier who did it absolutely perfect by the book every single time. I'd be like, well, that means I'm going to get high. Well, that means I'm not good at this.
Right.
Well, what's the use? And then I fall into victim mentality. I fall into the poor me's, and I fall into the why bothers and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then I start building that mountain out of that molehill, out of
Yeah.
not buying a shirt or not. A fucking shirt almost took me out.
Yeah.
And I had enough money.
Story, broken shoelaces. It's
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
That's
shoe.
right. I was going to say
Yeah.
that.
Broken shoelace, take you right out.
It will, man.
Yes, sir.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, but so trusting in the
topic,
process,
great
man.
topic, man.
That is a good topic. Thank you.
And trust in the process and fuck your fear.
Fuck your fear.
That's really what it is.
And
Fuck
if
your feel.
if you ain't first, you're last.
All right. I don't even know where that came from, but Dino's tricking. Dino's
Second place is the
Bro,
first loser.
that water is
drinking his
so not good.
Yeah,
man.
it is. It's regular water.
It's been there for fucking
Yeah, but
4 months.
water don't go bad.
Yeah, it does when it gets warm and cold and warm and cold. I mean,
but-
I guess it's not getting
But it's
that
been in
warm
this
here.
room.
Yeah.
You know what I
Still
mean?
water.
Yeah. All right.
Socially unacceptable water, by the way.
Yeah.
Not on the merch site.
Not
it's
on
a
it.
special order.
Yeah.
So, anyways, great topic, guys. Great discussion. Trust in the process. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Comment the works. Again, thank you guys for all those comments. It's really good to be back and doing this. It's been 3 weeks. I actually was like okay with it until I got back here tonight. I'm like, damn, it's really good to be
It's
doing
cool.
this
It's
again.
fun,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
When I walked into the room tonight, I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
singing
oh,
Jonathan
yeah,
do his
man,
thing.
yeah,
I
man.
was supporting-
Pretty soon
I
we're
was
gonna have
supporting
another
him from
guest,
over here.
surprise guest.
Yep.
All that
Locked
good stuff.
in.
Locked
Locked
in.
in.
Beautiful,
Locked in.
beautiful,
Is it the one
beautiful.
you said?
Yes.
Yeah. So our next guest is actually she is not in recovery, but she works. She's a therapist.
Yes.
She's a
Yes.
social worker. She's an awesome person.
Who works with people in recovery? So
Yeah. Yeah, man.
poor girl.
Yeah.
Poor girl. So anyway, so again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. We're moving on to our next segment with is the One Time Bro, and tonight is also John's One Time Bro.
I got no responsibilities tonight.
Yeah, you're beautiful.
You read the comments.
Yeah, you did, and you did a great job.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks, buddy.
Shout out to Matt.
Yeah, so one time, shout out to Matt. One time, bro. So I this is like a little Easter egg too for our I think it's on my Facebook page, but my college career was a fucking disaster. The only reason why I graduated college is because I was an art major and I didn't have to write papers. I didn't have to do math.
Just had to draw
I
drawings.
just draw.
Rings.
That's all I had to do. So this one time, bro, was my sophomore year of college. Now, I went to school at Manhattanville with a lot of wealthier kids that I don't want to badmouth. Manhattanville's a great college, but the kids that I hung around with were, like to party a little bit more, and they had the financial capability
do
of
it,
doing so.
yeah.
So I was like best friends with you, man.
Hell
if you
yeah.
can fucking hook this up. So
I love you, man.
yeah, our sophomore year of college, we had this room. We had this dorm that it had a common room, and it had I think it had 8 people total in the room. So there were like 2 bedrooms with 2 people in. There were 4 bedrooms with 2 people in each one. And so it's like a shit show, it's a bunch of dudes coming back to school, all
Stinking.
ripping and roaring, and it's our first day, and I'm barely moving stuff into the room, and all my buddies are there, or we're ripping and roaring to get fucked up, like we got a couple days before classes start, and it's not like we're drinking ready to get fucked up, like we've got like the synthetics, lined up, like my buddy. So I get into the room. This is the picture. There's this dude, this like all-star lacrosse player. He's just sitting there, and he's got this big brown tub, and he's huffing on it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? He's huffing ether, right? So he's fucking got the, and he's just fucking whiffing away. And I'm like, fuck, this is what we're doing. And I literally remember this. I have my microwave in my hand, and I just put it on like a desk, set it down, and my buddy comes running over and plugs it in, takes the tray out of it, and takes this vial out of his pocket. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And I was like, holy shit. So he just pours the liquid right onto the glass of the fucking thing, puts it back in. I don't even think I said hi to him yet. Like I haven't seen this guy since fucking
There's no
last
time
school.
for highs,
Yeah.
bro.
And the microwave's already running, right? And I don't know if anybody's ever cooked Special K up in the microwave, man. It stinks. So now I'm bugging out. I'm
And you
like,
gotta scrape the
yeah, you
shit
got
out
to
of it.
fucking razor blade it. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So he's like, dude, this is bad, man. This is bad. I just cooked this shit up. So he takes the fucking tray, scrapes all the shit up with his razor blade, and instead of just fucking, like taking his time, he's bugging out because he's all fucked up. He takes a manila folder and just dumps everything in it with the glass from the microwave, folds it up, and starts running. I'm like, where are you going, man?
He didn't give you a bump yet?
No, nothing. But I knew where he was going. He just went right down the hallway. It was like a door down, right? So my other buddy brings his bottle of fucking ether with him, and we relocate to this next room. The kid's so fucked up on ether that he doesn't know what just occurred in the microwave, what with concoction was happening. So my buddy's in there. He's finally sifting it out, and I'm not using names because I don't want to fuck anybody up.
Change the names.
Yeah. So Joe, the lacrosse player, he puts down his bottle of ether for a moment, and Al brings over the tray, and he cuts one up, and this dude thinks that he's all fucked up. He thinks it's a line of cocaine. He's like, "Oh, bro, give me a good Tony Montana sized line," So he lines him up like a little fucking bump of shit, and he's starting to get angry. He's like, "No, man, I'll fucking do this." Yeah. And he makes him fucking slide over this fucking line that's like fucking 6 inches long. It's like half the fucking vial of K. And he just does a fucking blast, man. He just does the fucking thing. And I'm like, you could see, like, I've gotten in K-holes. This guy was in another fucking world, bro. Like, sweat was coming out of pores I didn't even know existed. And he's just sitting there fucking dying. And I'm like, can I get a little fucking hit here? Can I get a little bit of that? And all in all, I thought this dude died. I thought this fucking guy died because he was unresponsive. And I I was so ill-equipped.
I'm gonna be down the hall.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to my room that stinks like K, but there's not any K or dead kids in it.
Cops
so
ain't going to show up.
Yeah, I'm going to go back there. And he didn't wasn't unalive. So that's my one time, bro. That was my one time back at college. And I was referencing this because here's the Easter egg. There's a video on my Facebook page very old video that we put together while we were in college, and it was some of our antics of our blunt rides and our shenanigans around school. And if you can dig through the archives of my Facebook page, you can find it. It's a fucking hilarious
You
video.
got proof, dude?
Yeah, I got proof.
Jesus.
And it's all to the background sound of Beastie Boys, Sabotage. Fucking great, man. What great times, man. And
You think?
I think they were great times.
I when people say that, man, yeah, there were some good times and there were some good times and I had great times, and I used to say the same thing, and I thought about that for long and hard a bunch of times. And the first time I drank, I vomited all over myself, fell down, scraped myself up, woke up feeling horrible, and I did it again, and I kept doing it again, and my conversations the next days or whatever it was always like, dude, it's awesome, bro, we got fucking hammered, and I fucking ran through some prickers, cut myself up, man, fell down, this dude got into a fight with that guy and puked and vomited all over myself, I'm still wearing the same clothes, man, and we got arrested, bro, it was great. And I listened to my old stories, and I'm like, that doesn't even sound like fun. Like, it doesn't really sound
but
like a good time.
Then it was.
It was.
It was.
There were
you know
times.
what I mean?
I don't remember.
Especially if I'm not the one getting arrested.
If I'm not getting
I'm cool with
arrested,
that.
right? I'm not the one almost dying. Like, it's pretty fucking hilarious. Like I had idiot friends that used to tie dog collars to their necks, and they just you get super drunk and then try to run through the electric fence with the dog collars. And man, some of the laughs that I had were fun. But here's the thing: you take the alcohol away, I'm still doing that dumb shit. Like Harry was shooting me a couple fucking weeks ago with a fucking self-defense gun. So I didn't even need that to
I
have
have
fun.
to say, I'm glad at least I'm not doing that anymore.
Yes.
Like, I don't need to do
And I'm
that.
glad there wasn't video when we were doing shit like that. Thank God.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Oh, that was a good one, man. Good one time, bro, man, where somebody almost died.
Almost died.
They probably could have died.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you left the room,
A
bro.
little bit of them died.
Yeah,
Little for sure.
he left a piece of his soul in
K-Trans.
Yeah.
All right, man. All right, guys. Again, don't forget, subscribe, share, like, comment. If you need help, let us know. Episode 20.
Yeah, buddy.
I think we hit the big 2-0.
20.
Wow.
All right, so I think the only thing left I have to say is thank you for being a friend.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel